Well, you haven't been in the cage for a little over a year. I think you're gonna make
Uh,
your return in 13 months. But in that time, in that 13 months, you had an accident. Could you talk about that ordeal and give us a little bit more details? Because I don't think much has come out about that, except for what you posted.
yeah. Well, I was riding. I think at the time, after my fight with Gregor, I had a little bit of back injury, so I was kind of nursing a back injury. I had to get like a minor back surgery. I had to get some injections in my back and some joint manipulation type stuff. So I had that done. The doctor told me, you know what I mean, after the surgery, go about your normal life. You know what I mean? Don't even pretend like you had back surgery, you had these injections. Just do what you would normally do. So the next day, my buddy's like, "Hey, let's go for a motorcycle ride." I'm like, "Sweet, let's go." So we're cruising along. Um, we take off. We're riding through the canyons. You know what I mean? We're having a good time. Both my buddies have a street bike, so I'm just cruising. These dudes are hauling ass to the canyon. So we're just hanging out, doing our thing. We go to Neptune's Net. We go to take off. When we take off from Neptune's Net, we all kind of just separate. You know what I mean? So I'm on my own, and these guys take off because we all live different directions. So I'm driving. I'm going through the canyons. I'm not even sure what road it was. It was near like Mulholland and Canaan, and I was on a straightaway, and there was like a T intersection, and there was a car sitting at that T intersection waiting to pull out. And to be honest, I don't even know if it was that car or something else that hit me, but I just assume it was the car, even though I didn't really honestly see what hit me. But something hit my back end of my bike, threw my back end of my bike up in the air and to my right. My tire caught on the right, whipped me back to the left. As soon as my tire whipped left, my bike just slammed down and I went flying. Um, I kind of crashed, rolled. I rolled myself out of the street, just kind of laid there for a minute. Um, oh shit. Hold on a second. Can you hear that?
No, I
Hold on a
don't hear
second.
anything.
Some noise just came out my ear. My computer's doing weird shit. So okay. So I hit. I go flying. I hit the ground. I roll myself out of the street so I don't get ran over. Um, I don't honestly remember. I don't really remember like a car driving by or anything like that. Honestly, I don't know. It just all happened so fast. I remember I was getting up or I was laying there and a bicycle rider came by and was like, "Holy shit, man, are you okay? What happened?" And I was like, "Fuck, I don't even know, man. I think I just got hit or something. Like I have no idea." So I get up. He's like, "You want me to call an ambulance?" I'm like, "Nah, let me lay here for a minute." So I lay there for 2 to 3 minutes. I get up. I start walking around, and I'm okay. I'm pretty banged up, but I'm okay. Obviously, my whole arm and my back was pretty road rashed up. I got up. I'm looking around. It's just me and this biker dude. So I'm kind of just like, "What the fuck just happened?" You know what I mean? I had no clue what happened. Um, I get up. The biker helps me lift my bike up. I had a Harley, a Dyna Street Bob, so he helps me lift the bike up. My handlebars are tweaked. My bike doesn't look too damaged. It's just minor things like my lights and a couple things were banged up. My levers were broken. My shifting foot pegs and stuff were bent. Just little stuff like that. And then some dents and dings. But I had the bicycle rider help me bend my handlebars straight. And I was like, fuck, I got to get out of here. So, I mean, I kind of just jumped on my bike. It started up again. So I jumped my bike. I started it. And I rode back to Neptune's Net, kind of the opposite way of where I was headed back to home. I went to Neptune's Net. I washed out the rocks out of my elbow and a little bit out of the back. I actually had one of the guys at Neptune's Net help me wash out my back because I couldn't reach it. So I was in their bathroom just without my shirt on, just having to scrub my back and shit, getting all the rocks and stuff out of my back. I put some gauze or some minor band-aids on it. And then I rode my bike from Neptune's Net back to Simi Valley Hospital, which is, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 5 to 10 miles. I just took side streets. My bike was really janky, but I was just riding super slow. I mean, I didn't have AAA or anything, and I didn't know anyone at the time. I couldn't think of anyone to like come get me, so I just rode to the hospital, and I sat in the hospital for the rest of the Sunday morning. I think that happened around like 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and then 9 or 10 o'clock, and then I was in the hospital. I think around 11:30, and I was there until it got dark, maybe like 8 or 9 at night. I had to get a bunch of X-rays, MRIs, and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't really know what happened. All I know is I got nailed. My bike whipped one way, the other way, and then I went flying. Um, the bike got totaled. I filed a police report, and honestly, no one was there. So there's really nothing I could do about it. You know what I mean? I just kind of had to deal with the situation as it was. So that was my motorcycle accident, which is pretty shitty. needless to say, my back got a little more fucked up for the accident, so I had to get another back surgery after that. I had to get more injections and more joint relation types work done to my back. So I did that for another couple months, and then just kind of recuperated slowly, got myself back in the gym, and started looking for a fight. Man, here I am.